Why are you eating cheese?
Wait, did we start?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I guess I'm eating cheese on this episode.
You know what?
No, you just made fun of it.
I want the cheese.
No,
it's the cheese tag.
It's my cheese now. Explain to the people what we're doing while I eat my cheese.
Hello, people of social media and the world and the internet. Welcome to Twin Chat, episode...
Ocho.
8.
Ocho.
Welcome. Good to be here. Let me get a little fist bump. There we go. You thought I was trying to take your cheese, didn't you?
I was like, I can't.
Welcome. I'm Royce. This is my twin brother, Ricky.
Cheers.
With his cheese. And I'll say it again, but this is Twin Chat. Because the sign says Twin Chat.
Not Twin Talk.
And we did episode, not Twin Talk.
Nope.
We made that clear. That was taken.
Yep.
So we're Twin Chat. Look at us go. We did an episode last week. Now we're doing an episode this week. We're on a roll. Let's keep this momentum.
Last episode, you had a really cringy train analogy, and so I will just add to it. We're keeping it chugging.
I think I cut that part out.
Oh, you did? Oh, okay.
Maybe I didn't. I don't remember. Anywho.
What are we doing?
We're going to be reading Reddit stories, giving a bit of advice, laughing at stupid stories, and just judging people.
I like it.
We're just going to be chilling. It's going to be a fun episode.
So the stories that I found, I read to you.
The stories that you found, I read to you. Because I don't know what they are.
Oh, so you're reading... Okay.
Yeah.
Well, no. Because...
Ricky? Yes. Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, that's right.
Okay.
That's right. Bow down in defeat. All right.
I'm agreeing with you.
All right. Twin Chat episode 8. Let's get this party started. Let's cue the intro, yeah?
Are you British? Yeah?
Yeah? Come on, bro. I'm going to London soon. I got to practice. All right, here we go. Cue the intro.
Okay.
All right, there we go.
I'm pulling up your stories for me to read out loud.
I want to start first. I want to read first.
So I'm pulling up...
The stories that you found. Yeah.
They're just screenshots.
I don't know what I'm reading, by the way. He found these stories, so I'm just going off on the fly. So I just want to preface, this is going to be explicit content throughout the episode. So if you're uncomfortable and are sensitive to certain weird situations, then or just potty mouth language, don't watch. Don't watch. Don't watch. You've been warned.
Okay, so for this one isn't even funny. It's not anything, honestly. It just pissed me off because
Really?
it hit close to home.
Okay.
The injustice of it, just oof.
Okay, so let's see. Am I the asshole for confronting my landlord after I caught him lying about going into my room while I was at work? Yeah, not off to a good start there.
Yeah.
I noticed my diffuser was missing and the window was open when I got home, even though I always keep it shut. I texted my landlord to ask if someone had gone into my room, and the conversation quickly made me uncomfortable. He denied it at first, then admitted he popped in without telling me and got defensive when I pushed back. I don't know if I'm overreacting, but it's made me feel uneasy in my own home. Would love some outside perspective. Screenshots attached.
The screenshots are just a texting thread between her and her landlord. She asked the landlord, like, did you go into my room? Like, my diffuser's missing. And he was pretty much like, no, I didn't. And then he, like, admitted to it after she, like, pushed a little bit. And he was like, yeah, there's no candles and there's no incense. There's no incense and there's no candles allowed. And she was like, it's a diffuser. It's not either of those things. But the fact that he went into her room.
Oh, yeah, that's 100% a violation of her privacy.
It's crazy.
That's of course she's not the asshole. Why are we even having this conversation? First of all, what's a diffuser?
It's like one of those things where you like, I want to...
Got him!
I think I know what it is. And if I explain it poorly, I'm going to look stupid. But I'm pretty sure it's like one of those things where you like plug it in and it like melts wax. I don't know. I think.
So it's just something that makes stuff smell nice.
Selena, what's a diffuser? That's good.
Allison, what's a diffuser? What's a diffuser? Yeah.
Is it like a water vapor thing? Okay, I don't feel as bad. Yeah, they barely knew what it was either.
I
so.
also barely heard them.
Okay, they said they like it's spray stuff.
It's something you put in your room that makes something smell nice.
Yes,
Make your room smell
and
nice.
it's not as much as a hazard as diffusers or candles.
So yeah, that's this. We don't need to harp on this. Of course,
she's not the asshole.
Of course, the landlord is the asshole.
reason I picked it was because it hit so close to home. Because I had a landlord one time. He didn't like go into my room, but he like knocked. I answered. He allowed himself into my room, and he like took a little look around. He noticed that I had a TV, an Xbox, and a PC plugged in at the same time. And a day later, he increased my rent. He was like, "Yeah, it's too much electricity for one person to use."
That's a very normal like setup,
right? That's what I told him.
It's very normal to have a computer, a gaming console, and what else?
Computer, gaming console, TV. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not your fault. You were only able to rent one room. Like that's your space.
Yeah. So yeah, that was such a nightmare living situation. So when I read that Reddit thread, I was like, ooh, I'm picking that.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's not the asshole.
She's not the asshole.
Very
landlord's
relatable,
the asshole, and I guess now we can move on to you reading the story.
Oh yeah, gimme. So I just pick any of it.
Yeah.
The first one, I guess.
Yeah, do the coconut one.
Today I fucked up by into a coconut. Oh my god, if someone just like cuts me saying that, my life is over.
he did into a coconut. He's reading a Reddit story.
I did not. That's not me.
That's not me. Just read it.
Oh my god.
It's not you. You're just reading a story.
Okay. Today I fucked up didn't happen today, but quite a few years back. For obvious reasons, I'm using a throwaway account as my family. It was my main Reddit username. 8 years back, I lived in northern, I can't even pronounce that, Mozambique? Whatever. Some country I've never heard of. A coastal southern African country with quite a warm climate. My mother at the time was going through a health nut phase and only buying foods she deemed healthy enough. One of these was coconuts. She would buy several coconuts a week to use in food from the local market. Being a teenager, I f***ed in regular intervals. Unfortunately, there was some severely stressful examinations coming up for me, and as such, my f***ing reached a higher peak than usual, and I was feeling pretty sexually frustrated. One day I hear that my mother is going to be out for pretty much the entire afternoon. Horny me decides that it would be a fantastic idea to f*** a coconut.
This is so stupid. What are we reading right now?
I f*** the coconut, and it actually feels pretty good, so I my shove the coconut under my bed and continue about my day. Wherever I want to get off, I simply take it out and f*** it, and it's delightfully tight. I can't read this. I'm not reading anymore. This is stupid. This is so stupid. Cut that story. Like, make it appropriate. I don't even want to go into it. That's disgusting.
You don't like that story?
No, thank you for making me read that. That's nasty.
My turn.
There is no background. It's just a short story.
That's it. It's just this paragraph.
Yeah.
I was camping in the Appalachian Mountains with 3 of my guy friends. We were all laughing and telling stories around the fire one night around midnight. The friend next to me grabbed my leg and pointed at the woods. We saw a man's silhouette standing there. We called out to him, but he turned around and vanished from sight. Ooh, creepy. We were 18, no cell service, and the camp was all pitched up at midnight. It was too late to search for another spot where we might get away from whoever it was, and too scared to search for him. We decided to sleep through the night there with 2-man watch teams. No signs of him for the rest of the night. We got out of the woods all right. 2 days later, 2 hikers were stabbed and killed by a mentally disturbed man who'd encountered them on a trail near where we were camping. Every now and then, I wonder how close we came to having our cards punched that night by what could have been a knife-wielding murderer. That's not funny. That's scary as fuck. I thought we were doing funny shit. What the fuck was that?
You just said it picked crazy Reddit stories. I thought that was crazy. Me and Selena went camping like last year. Like, imagine if like something like that happened to us.
Yeah, it's scary as shit.
I don't know what I would do if I saw just like a silhouette of a man in the dead of night and you're by yourself, no cell service.
Yeah, there's also a certain amount of stupidity you have to see that, be like cool, and just like stay.
They said it. They can't. They weren't about to like pack up camp and go somewhere else. It was the dead of night. It was probably more dangerous to do that than just to stay put and do sleeping shifts.
I wouldn't be able to sleep. Like, as soon as I saw that silhouette, I'd be running for the hills.
Well, that's why they did sleeping shifts. They said it. They had two men up at a time.
Well, you didn't just arrive at the camp. You knew where you came from, so just retrace the path you took back to your car or whatever.
Yeah, but by the time you pack up, schlep everything back to where you came from, the whole point is to avoid this silhouette, as far as they know. But I feel like you're making yourself more vulnerable by doing all of that.
It's vulnerable, not vulnerable.
What did I say?
Vulnerable.
Vulnerable. The vulnerable.
Vulnerable.
Yeah.
So I read a story one time. It was actually a pretty scary story. I don't remember where I read it from. It was like a Reddit story or some shit. But there was a kid. He was just like in his bathroom. It was late at night. He was with his dad. Like his dad was next to him or something. And the kid looks up and there's like a woman in the mirror. And it scares the shit out of him, and so the kid starts crying, and the dad was like, "It's okay, no one's there. You're okay. You're safe." And the kid, years later, brings it up to his dad, like remember that night? That was pretty funny, right? And the dad was like, "Actually, yeah, I saw the woman too."
No, I don't like that. Is this based on a true story?
I don't remember.
Now we're getting into the rabbit hole. Like, do we believe in ghosts and
I don't know
supernatural stuff? And
there's definitely stuff out there for sure. I think it would be arrogant to say that.
Have you seen anything?
We're just humans. I mean, that also gets into the whole alien thing.
But
like,
do you not believe in aliens?
of course, I believe in aliens. Again, I think it would be arrogant not to think that's something else. I honestly, like, the thing that does it for me is the Great Pyramids. Like, you're telling me that there's three pyramids that are built out of blocks that weigh tons of pounds. Like, tons of pounds. That's not how you say it. That weigh tons. Like, these are huge freaking blocks, and they were built thousands of years ago. And there's millions of them, by the way. And they were built thousands of years ago.
They were built by hundreds of thousands of slaves. That's not what does it for me. It's just history.
But what tools does it They're still men. We're just men. We don't have the tools.
I don't know. It's called leverage. I don't know. What's the saying? Like, give me like a long lever and I'll move the earth or something like that. They were smart. Like, I don't know.
Put that aside. So it's just a coincidence that all three pyramids are perfectly placed that align with the stars, like the North Star or whatever,
Yeah.
or Orion's belt or whatever.
That's architecture.
I'm talking as if I know what's going on. But
I don't know. Yeah, I feel like that's architecture. It's the same thing with the
the
Parthenon in Rome. Like, it's a architectural like anomaly. Like, it's crazy. But I'm not saying it's like an alien thing. Like,
the library of like Alexandria, like, we'd be apparently like a type 2 civilization, or like we'd be so much further along technologically
if that library
if all that knowledge in that library didn't get burned down.
Yeah.
So my little theory is that like someone went back in time and burnt it for some reason. I don't know. It's just too like.
We're talking about multiple things now.
Yeah.
Do you guys believe in aliens? Let us know. Who knows? I think. Yeah. There are billions and billions of stars and trillions and trillions and trillions of planets around those stars. I mean, it's just we can't be the only people, the only civilization. Like, I don't know.
The only life. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like the common argument. Like, I don't. There's so many.
All right, but putting aliens aside,
I believe in ghosts.
So my thing is, like, I don't necessarily believe it, but like I'm not about to do a Ouija board in the dark.
Oh, for sure. No.
In a basement on Halloween night, you know? Like, I'm not going to test it,
but
I also don't believe it.
For sure. I haven't like really encountered anything myself. Have you?
No.
Sleep paralysis. That's the only thing that gives me pause.
Yeah.
Me and you get sleep paralysis from time to time.
It hasn't happened to me in a long time. It was mostly in college.
It's happened to me multiple times this year. And for I guess most people know what sleep paralysis is, but it's basically you wake up from a dead sleep and your whole body is just paralyzed, except your brain is wide awake and you can see everything. So you're basically just paralyzed in bed, but your brain still thinks it's asleep. So it creates like super, super, super like vivid illusions. What's the word?
Yeah, I think illusion is the right word.
Yeah. But for some reason, I don't know why. I don't know if there's a science behind it, but the illusions that your brain creates are always super, super freaking scary. And so there's a commonly, like, people like with sleep paralysis will know like the term sleep paralysis demon. And it's true. Like, every time I have sleep paralysis, I'm looking at a fucking demon. Like, there's like a dark silhouette or something is just staring at me. And that gives me pause. Like, why the fuck is my brain like creating the most horrific possible thing imaginable right in front of me? It's weird. I don't know.
I don't have the answers to these things.
Yeah. Usually I know it's fake because the demon takes the shape of like whatever furniture is in my room. Like, I remember for years I had like a circular fan like right next to my nightstand.
Oh, like turned into like a head or something.
Yeah, and I woke up and like the fan is like a few like feet in front of me, so it was the demon had like a very circular head, but it was still so scary because it was like so close to me, dude. I remember like I like cried. I was like, that was so fucking scary.
Yeah.
And it lasts for like a good 5 to 10 seconds. It gives you so much time to just like take in everything.
At that point, if it happens to you a lot, you just know what's going on, and I think just like calm yourself down.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's scary. I'm not saying no.
It's even scarier when you don't have someone in bed with you. Like if you're just alone.
But to me, that's not a supernatural thing. That's just your brain.
Yeah, it's not supernatural, but it could, like, I just can't. I don't know why. Why does your brain automatically make you create the scariest possible image? That's what gives me pause. Evolution and biology, all that. Doesn't it by default do everything in its power to protect you and yourself? Like the way like our organs and our skeletal things and our processes, like it does everything to protect you so you don't die. So why the frick does your brain do the opposite and create something that scares the shit out of itself? Again, I'm not a scientist. I don't know, but like that's just my thoughts.
Is there no such thing as like a happy sleep paralysis? Do you never not see like rainbows?
No, never. It's always sunshine? So dark. It's like Haunting of Hill House. It's literally that. The bent neck lady.
No, I remember that. Yeah.
Literally that. That's fucking scary. Anyway, I don't know how we got onto this topic.
Well, what even was the Reddit post? Oh yeah,
the silhouette man.
Yeah.
Anyways, your turn.
That was it. That's all I had. You said 2 stories.
No, like.
You
read.
You have 3.
Yeah.
Oh.
You only read 1. You only read the coconut. You have 2 more.
Was that the grossest one?
I don't know. I don't know the other 2.
Today I fucked up by admitting to my girlfriend that I pretend she is a giant cockroach when we have sex.
That she is a giant cockroach?
Today I fucked up by admitting to my girlfriend that I pretend she is a giant cockroach when we have sex.
All right, I need to hear this. Go.
What?
Go.
All right. I already read a gross one.
All right.
Yeah, you have fun.
Today I fucked up by admitting to my girlfriend that I pretend she is a giant cockroach when we have sex. Ever since I was a teenager, I have had very intense fantasies about having sex with a giant roach. I want to preface, I'm reading a Reddit post. I'm not talking about myself here, okay? It started in 9th or 10th grade when we read The Metamorphosis by Frank Kafka. As I started to think more and more about the roach creature that the character had become, I started to imagine what it would be like if a woman turned into the roach instead. I found this idea very arousing. I would be not repulsed or frightened of her, as the characters in the story are. I would take care of her. Then my thoughts started to get sexual with the character. Kind of over time conjured up an imaginary friend of sorts. She was one of these roaches, and her name was Ogtha. I would fantasize about her often. Whenever I masturbated, I'd be imagining elaborate scenarios of me and Ogtha making love.
Oh my God.
When I started to have actual sex, I found I could not perform if I wasn't thinking of Ogtha. I don't just think about Ogtha. I concentrate intently to visualize that I'm actually am doing Ogtha.
Oh my God.
I don't want to think about the girl at all. There is only Ogtha. There are things that her multiple appendages and antenna allow for that a human woman can never match. What the
This is crazy.
So anyways, I've been in a relationship with my girlfriend for about a year. 3 or 4 times I've tried to have sex with her and not pretend that she is Ogtha, but I can't do it. So essentially every time we have sex, I'm imagining that she is Ogtha, the cockroach. I finally confided this to her the other day, and I was blown away by her reaction. I thought she might take it a bit badly at first, but that she'd get used to it. No. I've never seen such a look of disgust before. Outrage is not an understatement. She is not even returning my text now. This is going to sound silly, but I also feel guilty about feeling shame, as if Ogtha will be saddened by this, even though I know she is imaginary. I just don't know what to do at this point.
I don't know how to help a brother out. I mean,
I don't know.
Maybe
I
just.
don't know what to say to that.
I mean, you have to be honest with your partner, but like, it sounds like he needs some therapy. Like,
He did the right thing by confessing. The girlfriend had the proper reaction of being disgusted.
I don't know if it was proper.
If the love of your life or someone you love tells you that they don't think about you when they're having sex, I would be hurt. Would you not be?
I would be.
Not only are they not thinking about you when they're having sex, they're thinking about a cockroach over you.
Well, yeah, no, I would be upset and hurt and kind of baffled and confused, but like, I wouldn't straight up just ghost.
Oh yeah, for sure. I would be mad, but not like in a like we're over kind of way. I would try to help them,
and I would communicate my feelings and tell them I'm kind of confused.
Yeah, but
I might need some space to, gather my thoughts. But
I would also allow myself to be realistic about the situation and just be like, yeah, that's fucking weird. Because I think also that's something he needs to hear. Like, this isn't normal. You're a little sick for that.
He clearly knows that's not normal. It took him however much time to tell her.
Yeah.
I just think he might need some therapy.
Go to therapy. I don't know. Just start watching normal human porn.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Although I guess watching porn's never the answer. Maybe when you're having sex, just imagine a normal human girl. Imagine the girl that you're having sex with. Imagine that.
Yeah.
It's not that hard to imagine when they're right there.
It's a weird story.
That is a really weird
story. Why do you pick such weird stories?
Allison, these stories are weird as fuck. We gotta tone it down next time. These are crazy.
I think sex with cockroaches might be over the line.
Moving on. Ready? Today I fucked up by eating 8 chocolate fiber bars before a long car ride with my family and experienced the most absurd gas leak in history. This happened a year ago, but I just remembered this horrific event and the poor victims that never fully recovered. I was set to go on a 10-hour road trip through the interior of British Columbia. With me were 2 of my cousins and my uncle. However, before our 6 a.m. start, I decided the night before to wolf down these chocolate chip fiber one granola bars that had something like 75% of your daily fiber intake. These things were crazy good, and I ended up eating an entire 8-pack of them in one sitting. Jesus. After that, I went to sleep and woke up in the morning to a bloated stomach, but felt fine otherwise. 45 minutes into our car ride, the cramps began. My stomach grew larger and larger, and I ended up needing to remove my seatbelt and undoing the zipper on my jeans to give it more space to expand. My cousin next to me couldn't believe what he was seeing. He said it was like the blueberry scene from Willy Wonka.
Oh, I know, yeah. I know that scene.
I couldn't hold the gas in any longer and asked my uncle to pull over, which he did, and I struggled to get out of my seat every time, and every move was agony. I waddled back to the car. I waddled to the back of the car and let it rip. A thunderous... A thunderous roar kicked me.
Read it.
I can't breathe. The gas hissed out of me as my stomach grumbled, shuffled, and shuddered. I am not exaggerating when I tell you this fart lasted at least 15 seconds. Little did I know that I had just broken the seal and would proceed to experience uncontrollable and obnoxiously powerful farts that lasted 10 to 15 seconds on average, with only a brief period of relief between said farts. You ever smile so much that your head hurts while it's happening? Oh. The fact of the matter was that I was now experiencing major flatulence every 2 to 3 minutes, and we couldn't stop the car every few minutes to escape the smell. So we decided to roll out all the windows down and allow me to let loose whatever I needed. However, we had no idea that this would become a much longer ordeal than we initially thought. Truth be told, I couldn't stop farting for nearly 7 hours, and each fart just had to be more epic than the last. This poor person. By the time hour 2 rolled around, my anus was sore and aching, and my insides feeling like shards of glass were ripping through me. and the smell had become so overpowering that we had to stop at a gas station and buy as many air fresheners as we could. The poor people in that car.
Why couldn't he just like take a shit while they were at the gas station?
I'm not sure if that's how it works. Just because you have to fart doesn't mean you need to shit sometimes. I took one of the air fresheners and sat on it in hopes that each fart would be freshened up. Instead, it just smelled like rotten eggs and pine. My cousins and uncle resorted to using Vicks around their noses to stop the smell. The pain from constant farting brought me to tears at one point. At hour 4, disaster struck. I stopped farting, but I was still swelling with gas. I knew I was plugged up, and if I didn't do something soon, the pain was going to become unbearable. We stopped at a coffee shop, and I ran in to use the bathroom. I gingerly sat down on the toilet and gently pushed, but the pain was too much. I resorted to pushing on my stomach to help things along, and suddenly I felt this wave of pressure hit me that made my butt cheeks
Ripple?
break into a cold sweat and start to tingle. Suddenly and without warning, a rock hard turd rocketed out of me like a cannonball and plastered itself to the back of the toilet bowl. And with that, this tidal wave of what can only be described as peanut butter oatmeal came, and I felt the muscles in my abdomen squeezing my intestines so hard that it actually hurt. It was like when you are throwing up and you can feel your stomach violently squish itself to push everything out, but instead it was my butt that was throwing everything up. Once everything was pushed out, it was topped off with the longest fart in my short, pathetic existence. And with that, I could literally feel and see my stomach shrinking. I destroyed that poor coffee shop bathroom, and I frequently wonder what happened to the person who wandered in after me. By the time hour 7 rolled around, my farts had slowly faded away, but the smell permeated my clothes and the seat behind me. The family had gone through almost an entire container of Vicks, and they appeared to have survived the ordeal, but I could tell that a part of them was broken that could never be fixed.
Please tell me that's it.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh my god. I mean, it happens. I mean, not like that, but like, I mean, I've had some long ones.
Yeah, I feel like if I was one of the people in the family, not the person who was farting, I would understand.
No, not to that extreme. Like if you're
Once you realize something's wrong and he's not just being rude and farting, then you kind of have to just let it happen. Like which they did, but like be understanding. Like let him know it's okay. Don't just be silent and cover your nose. Like that.
I mean,
maybe they weren't that close. I don't know.
Maybe
it gets to the point where it's just so toxic and like.
It reminds me of your middle school story.
What middle school story?
So, you know, when you got called to the nurse's office?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
No. Let me tell it.
No, let me tell it. There's so many details. Let me tell it. So I was in middle school. I was in class, and all of a sudden I got like really bad like back pain, like over here. And I just remember like holding on to the spot for dear life. It would just hurt so much. And like to the point like where I felt like I was gonna like black out. So I ran down to the nurse's office. I didn't let anyone know that I was in the nurse's office. I just sprinted right through the door and just like lied down on the bed, and I was just like crying in pain. I was able to call mom and dad while I was on the bed, let them know what was happening, what I was feeling, and they were like, okay, well, why isn't there a nurse there? And I'm like, I didn't let anyone know that I'm in here because I just wanted to lie down. I remember like lying down helped. And so they hung up with me and called the school and was like, hey, my son is in your nurse's office, like dying. Could someone please go and help? And then the nurse came like sprinting in, like, what's going on? Like she was all freaked out. And then she saw me, and I remember she like specifically described me as like pale and clammy and sweaty and all that shit. And she's like, there's nothing I could do for you here. I don't know what's going on. It was just a school nurse, whatever. And so my mom, knowing that I have a history of like being dramatic and making a big deal out of like things that
she was absolutely right in this case.
My dad like floored it, like pedal to the metal, like ran the red lights, but they did that all the way to the pediatrics office, like my normal doctor pediatrician, not to the ER where they probably should have taken me. But
in hindsight, no, they shouldn't have.
No, but whatever. The doctor saw, I told the doctor what I was feeling, and the doctor was like, okay, Royce, just go to the bathroom, like go pee. And I was like, why? And she's like, just do it. And so I went to the bathroom, took a whiz, took a whiz. Do people say that still? Take a whiz. Yeah. I went pee, and then
a nice fart.
It was a nice, pee followed up by a nice fart, and then I was done. And then I told the doctor I felt good now, and she was like, yeah, you just probably had like a gas bubble or something. I was just like, okay.
All of that for a gas bubble.
All that for a gas
So
bubble.
special.
Yeah. All right. So that was a weird episode.
It was. It was a lot of talking about sex with things and inanimate objects that I care to participate in.
Yeah, I'm never going to look at a coconut the same way again. But if you hung around this long to listen to the stories that we read, I'm judging you a little bit, but thank you. It's a pretty good episode. How do you feel about it? It's pretty good.
Very weird. Very weird. And I
But-
cannot emphasize enough, these stories did not happen to us. We were just reading these stories on Reddit.
Yeah, we were just witnesses to the stories.
Yes.
Feel free to like, subscribe to our channel. We're on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Instagram,
All of it.
all of it. I'm Royce, my twin brother Ricky, and we'll catch you on the next episode of Twin Chat, episode 9.
On the flippity floppity.
Flip floop. All right, you want to snap us out?